Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the grand unveiling of the Lucid Gravity. Now, I'm surrounded by supercars. You have Porsches, you have Lamborghinis, you have Ferraris. There's even a Bugatti Chiron right over there. Lucid, if you're not aware, is a brand that makes this car. This is the Air, and this particular variant is called the Sapphire. What makes this car special is that this is one of 99 models in the world. Now, this car can outrun any of these cars in a drag race. Why? Because this car produces 1,234 horsepower, and it can do the 0 to 100 sprint in 1.8 seconds. But the star of tonight is not this car, it's another one. It is this. This is a Lucid Gravity. This is Lucid's upcoming SUV that's going to be launched next month. Overall, it looks very long. The whole design is very long. By that, I mean that it is more than 5 meters long. It's got short overhangs at both ends, just like a typical EV. Under the hood lies a 230-liter Frunk, which is more than capable of not just storing the regular charger, but it can also do your grocery runs as well rather easily. Now, on the sides, you get flush-fitting door handles, and the whole design is very aerodynamic, and you have a very sporty spoiler as well. Now let's talk about the interior, because this is where an EV shines, and this car is no exception. Now we are sat inside, and first off, do you notice how quiet the cabin is? That's because we have double glazed windows all around, and it does a really good job isolating the noise from the outside. Even though we are sat right next to the DJ and there's loud music playing, we can barely hear them inside. That is a great sign of how premium the car is. Now, on the inside, we have cloth finish on the dashboard and door pads as well. We also have wood finish on the dashboard to give that extra premiumness. That's kind of in line with the whole idea of the car, which is to be more sustainable. And when it comes to the displays, most of your information comes from the instrument cluster, which is this large unit that is curved. And below that, you have a 12.5-inch infotainment system where you can control audio, media, and your connectivity features and everything. In the center, you have this quirky looking steering wheel, which kind of makes me feel like I am behind the wheel of a Batmobile. I really like that feature. Alright, so in here, you have touch capacitive controls for controlling everything on the instrument cluster. Now, the seats are quite special because they have a massage feature like you would expect from most electric cars. But what's special about this car is that this also massages your bum. That is something that I've never really seen in another car before. And up top, you have glass running from the front all the way to the back. This is kind of similar to the ones that you see on Teslas, and it also does a really good job to bring in light in the mornings. Did you notice that? The car has got soft closed doors all around. Alright, so at the back you have AC vents on the B pillars. You have a built-in sunshade that can be controlled electronically. And you have a laptop tray right here as well with a USB connection. You have AC vents in the center. They can be controlled with this touchscreen system right here. And there is ample amount of legroom. Now, these seats are electrically adjustable. I can move forward and back. This way I can give more space to the third row passengers as well. But aside from that, the car is super comfortable to be in. Now on the third row, you have sufficient amount of space for a child, which is what it is meant to be. Now, Lucid claims that this car has a capability to store 3,450 liters of cargo. That is by folding down all the seats, the third row seats as well as the second row seats, which can be folded flat. Alright, so now that I'm sat quite comfortably at the back, I think I can walk you through the specs of the car, because that's quite important, right? Especially when you consider that this is going to take on Teslas. So this car comes with a 123 kilowatt-hour battery pack that can give a real-world range of 700 kilometers. Now, when it comes to the power, depending on the variant, this car can produce somewhere between 560 horsepower and 828 horsepower. When it comes to the torque, it can produce 1,232 Nm of torque. 0 to 100 takes just 3.5 seconds. In retrospect, that's 1 second slower than the Bugatti Chiron. Now, can you just imagine that? The Bugatti Chiron, that's like the fastest car in the world. And this is a 7-seater SUV that is just 1 second slower than that. Now, this car is slated to be launched sometime next month. And we are hoping that we can get behind the wheel of this car and see how much of a monster it is on the roads. Now, until then, please make sure that you stay tuned to our channel.